Funny story. This is the most infamous. This is the biggest record that anybody ever knows us from, Pistolgrip-Pump. Adrian Miller. I met Adrian Miller upstairs while we were doing the Far Side remix for Your Mama in Hollywood Sound, on Selma, once again, Cahuenga and Selma in Hollywood. He introduced himself to me. I'm Adrian Miller. I have this art. I'm the A&R over at Immortal Records, and he's the premier underground hip-hop god of Los Angeles. His name is Volume 10. He's big at the good life, and I'm looking for some beats. Do you have anything? Sure, we got beats. So throw him a bunch of beats. He didn't like them. He's like, no, I need something different for him. I need something West Coast. I need something like West Coast, the old school West Coast. I don't know, like whatever. What does that mean exactly? So he played me Slaughterhouse by Master Ace, which is a total diss record towards the West Coast.
Yeah.
And he's like, this kind of beat, make it like this. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I ain't making no whack ass West Coast zap sample shit like that. That is not my style. He's like, just make it. I promise you, it's gonna work. And it's totally opposite from what
where we were at.
And Volume 10 was like, I'm not that dude. I'm not a West Coast rapper like that. I'm a lyrical MC with thought conscious. You got to really listen to his lyrics to get what the fuck he's saying. I still, to this day, decipher some of his lyrics because he's so fucking intricate. So he forced us to do the beat. I remember we were at the Oakwood Apartments on Barham. We had just did a deal with BMG. We got a bunch of money, and we bought a bunch of equipment. Eric had some equipment in his room. I had some equipment in my room, and I sampled Pay Your Dues drums, something from Cam, reversed it from Cam. It was a little shaker from Cam, like a second song on one of his 12 inches, and I made that simple ass beat as a joke. I'm like, okay, you want fucking West Coast, motherfucker?
It's as simple as you can get.
It's as simple you can get. Boom, 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 boom. Like, I'm done. I'm not fucking with this anymore. I gave it to Eric. Eric V added in the bass line, the reverse Humpty dance.
Yeah. And a lot of people didn't know that. They were like, where did you get that bass line? We didn't have a keyboard at the time.
Yeah, it was all samples.
We didn't have no keyboard, so everything was samples. So we had to make up the sound by sampling other stuff and trying to be creative with it. So I sampled the Humpty, and I was like, let me reverse this shit, see how it sounds. And then that became
infamous,
the sound for it.
Made it.
And then he added the little Kool and the Gang lick. And then I added the Beastie Boys and the hook. Pistol packing from Hold It Now. And that little high pitch noise in there. It was some random, I don't know, we would just sample weird random shit.
Yeah.
And
turned it in?
Well, we did the demo. Well, we gave them the song, and then we ended up doing a demo at Power 106 in the production studio, on a 16-track 1-inch tape. So he went in there and did his vocals, and they actually took the vocal he did from Power and used that and mixed it as the final. So it was his demo that actually became the record. He didn't even recut his lyrics. We just went in and mixed that shit. So that became the song that came out, and to this day still stands the test of time. It's just
the West Coast classic.
And it came out at a very bad time, though, because there was a big upheaval about records with
content, guns.
The content, saying bitch, hoe, anything with any kind of gun context. They had to make a new version called Pump, Pump, Pump for the radio, because there was a big movement to stop any violence on hip-hop radio and hip-hop music in general. So it came out at the wrong time for us. Mm-hmm. It didn't do what it could have done,
And plus, us being on the radio at that point in time and producing records, radio had basically taken over our lives, and production was not something that we were focused on or not too keen on doing anymore. So I think that kind of stunted our growth as far as production is concerned. But we got to learn, being on the radio, how to make radio records and how to make them successful, make them stand out, and actually just fit into the context of what radio, quote unquote, is and what's acceptable for radio play. So That was that. That was the pinnacle and the end of our production career, Pistolgrip-Pump, for many, many years.
A classic that didn't sell any records.
No records.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
How do you have a classic that don't sell records? That's exactly what happened there. Only we can do that, man. Y'all can't practice. You can't
try that at
shit.
home. Produce a classic that don't sell records.